Indrajit Mookerjee, Executive Director and Vice Chairman at Texmaco Rail, is joining us this morning to speak about the business outlook. Now, this is one space that we were interested in focusing on as well, because, once you've had the cabinet cleared and the Council of Ministers cleared, there's a hope now for policy continuity. You've seen rail stocks also doing well. We wanted to check in and see what's happening with Texmaco. So very good morning, Mr. Mookerjee, and great to have you on NDTV Profit, and great to have you back. Let's start by talking about an aim that you have set up for your wagons, and I found this interesting. For FY25, you expect 20,000 to 25,000 wagon tenders, and your order book has also already exceeded 14,000 wagons in Q4 FY24. So let's start the conversation by setting that context. What is driving that optimism, and how do you see it panning out?
Well, I think, as you said, that the continuity of the policy is a great news. We all expected that it will continue the same way. And I think the rail in the country, the development of railways is moving in a very specific and structured manner. And we are moving in the same way. So we are walking the talk. And Texmaco is one of the players who's trying to get the best out of the situation. It's for us, it's a matter of delivery of performance number one. Because as you know that we went and raised equity from the market, and it's a time to give it back to our investors through ROCE. Coming back to your question, that I think it's moving in the right direction, then we feel very bullish that such growth will continue, because this growth is just not one coming as a piece, but it's a part of a complete national rail plan, which is a very well-structured document, and we are following the same.
In this national rail plan, obviously now the big trigger next would be to wait and see what the government capex spend is. But for Texmaco, how much of that growth is coming on the basis of what the government sees for railway expansion, and how much is coming from private clients also focusing on wagons and on the freight business?
See, as far as the freight cars are concerned, we are in about 75-25 ratio. And this is because as much as you want, but you have very little flexibility, because we have a huge order from railways. And these, as you know, these orders are all performance linked, which really means that if you don't deliver, then you pay a penalty, a liquidated damage, in other words. So it's important that we meet up the demand of railway, and then the capacity that is left is actually for the time being for the private wagons. But we do expect that the market will grow. And keeping that in mind, we have with us various plans that we are looking into producing more number of wagons.
Can you elaborate on these various plans, or any of them, in terms of, are you talking about expansion in capacity?
Yes, I think there are three major pillars which are going to drive it, or which are driving it right now. Number one is that we have increased production from our existing facilities by adding of balancing equipment. And as you see that we were somewhere at about 300 freight cars a month, and that production has ramped up to 850, and we would soon like to touch even 1,000 numbers. That's a magic number we want to do very soon. So which is by efficiency improvement. This number two pillar that is coming into play would be looking into manufacturing, increasing the manufacturing capacity. And as you may be aware, that we already have a joint venture with one of the prominent companies, wagon manufacturing companies from Europe, and we are building a new facility in Calcutta, which should really give up more number of products. And it's not that we are keeping ourselves, we also are trying to scan whether it's possible for an inorganic growth. But that's, I think, is a little far too long a story.
Mr. Mookerjee, good morning. Neeraj here. So,
Good morning, Raj.
this magic number that you reach, will it be accompanied by operational metrics improving by virtue of size as well as efficiencies improving over a period of the next 4 to 8 quarters?
1,000 numbers will be that. Above 1,000, we would require capacity expansion. Up to 1,000 numbers, we have done lots of homework. And as you see that we are almost 80% through there. So we are very confident of achieving that number.
So,
And I think there are demands. Sorry for interrupting.
No. Sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting you. But what I wanted to know is, sir, that you will reach the numbers, I'm sure. But I'm just trying to understand, will it be much more profitable at the EBITDA level and the PAT level? Because, I mean, when I look at the console numbers and March 24 as well, you did very well on the operational metrics, almost at double digits in the previous two, again came back to 7% odd. Is there a way wherein, is there a target EBITDA margin, for example, you have in mind? And could higher numbers lead to that?
It certainly will, because as you would know that the more numbers we do, more will be from the private sector, which has a better ARV, average price realization. And also there is a very strong group that's working right now to develop new designs to make specialized wagons. And that's a work that's going on. And I think that's a matter of time. By this time, we hit the road. So all this put together, the whole purpose of going up to the magic number of 1K is to have more value-added products in our portfolio.
Got it. So, sir, when does this happen? And please excuse me, maybe I should have done my homework, but have you given an official guidance for what you would do in FY25 or a 3-year guidance or something like that?
No, we have not given it nothing to the market, and I think it's will not be proper to do it now.
Okay, but is there just getting that piece out of the way, do you try and reach this 1,000 wagons magic number by a particular quarter in FY25, or is it difficult to predict that?
No, FY25, 24-25, yes.
Okay.
All right. Just one last piece, Mr. Mookerjee. What do you think is going to be the big highlight for FY25? And we're all looking forward to the budget. We'll get more clarity there on CapEx. What would you be looking out for specifically?
Well, I think I'm looking at, in addition to what we are doing, which is driving the numbers, I am also looking at in the freight car, there would be more possibility of doing value-added freight cars. And also as far as we are concerned, we are constantly now scanning to go beyond freight cars, which could be many other areas where railways are throwing up opportunities. So we will gradually move, but what we call inside our company, we call it a building block strategy. So we are building the capabilities through blocks and then moving to outside the freight car territory. But that's that we want to be profitable there. So we want to be very careful when we move outside the freight car.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. Mr. Mookerjee, thanks so much for taking the time out, and all the best with all of those targets that you have in mind. We wish you all the best for that.
Thank you very much, Neeraj. Thank you.